Welcome to Shop Talk.
How's that what we're doing? We're doing good.
We're doing good.
We did just start.
We did just start. Yeah, that's the double clap.
Mm-hmm. Porter's with us.
I'm barely glad to be here. Got here a couple hours ago. Had plenty of time to warm up.
Yeah, I'm hoping for my second wind at some time.
Oh, shit. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm here with Mr. Andrew Connor and Mr. Chris Porter. We're here to talk tattoos and dive right into it. We're going to do it a little bit different this week, though. Normally, we each take a pick, and then, we'll go over them as we go. This time, we're going to do that, but we're going to start with a group pick because it's wild. And
Explaining too much.
I had just the right amount of fun before we started that I am a complete fucking space cadet right now.
I'm listening to it, but we're going to be fine.
No,
anyway.
I'm like, that's a really cool nail. I've been bad shit.
You're in good shape. So once we start talking shit, we picked a Hoyer. Hoyer's been on here a bunch of times, and we have had discussions about like retiring certain people. But you know what, man? If there's a certain tattoo that always brings the ruckus, like I can find one for Matt Areola every week. I can find one for certain people every week.
There's a reason they're our favorites,
and Timothy's no exception to that.
I was thinking, especially since starting the new format. Some people are just picking it up from there and not realizing the lineage and how many times we have brought up some of these people as well.
Sure.
And so this thing came up the other day, and it just absolutely just set all of us off. We're just like, holy shit, that's what's up. That's the one.
It's so wild.
It's so wild.
I can describe this in one word. Fucking bananas. It's got everything.
It really
it's one of each.
It doesn't follow any rules at all. It's so wild and so different and so not one particular thing or style of tattooing.
It's Timothy bringing the ruckus.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
And you want to describe what it is?
I'd like to see it.
Oh, that's right. You forget. That's a really cool nail.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is,
they can see it.
Shut up. Yeah, but this is it's not a name, it's directions.
That's what got me. It got me.
A lot of times I look at Timothy's stuff when he does like those background, like black and gray backgrounds, especially if it's not like a dense mercury, like a dense Japanese background like that. When he does it like that, it reminds me of like that era of the 70s, 80s, like Cliff Raven, like that softness in the motions he chooses. And he'll do that in his water as well. And this is a prime example because he's utilizing not having to tattoo that hip right there because fuck that. But it just had like the shape and everything works beautifully, but it doesn't feel like what would be picked by modern tattooers who do Japanese stuff. Like they wouldn't have picked those shapes. They wouldn't have picked that softness. I feel like
it's like it's just a combination of all of those cool shapes. It reminds me of, you remember those crazy little toy things where it was all the different monster bodies and you put them together to do a little rub over it? That's the shit it reminds me of. It's like it's just taking all those little bits because every little section of it is recognizable and from a different location, from an image, but then composed in a way to make a completely different mythological creature.
Yeah, I mean, but the only thing, like you said, like a modern day Japanese tattooer, like the only thing that looks anything like that would be the scales going away from you at the top. Everything else is so different than what you would think would be done if you were calling your style Japanese. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, it's much
patterns in particular, but the colors and just can you zoom in at all on that thing, like around the tiger foot?
Yeah, that I gotta say, like, I mean, of course it's Timothy, but that tiger foot is perfect.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like each part of it is exactly how it's supposed to be in a different context.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Heel, the little drag down.
So cool. And color-wise, man, it's just so bright.
You would never think that you would use those shapes. So you fucking, man, it's so bananas.
It is.
And the field, just fields of color.
Mm-hmm. But that's always been Timothy's bag, though. It's like he made tattoos that you would stop and be like, "Holy shit!" They would just catch you from across the room.
Going strike every day right now.
I know it. I know it. It has done for a long time and is still pushing it and still doing stuff where you're like, I have never fucking seen that before.
Yeah.
You know? All the time. And I love it.
I took that.
That clown's scary.
I might have told you something, but I took that Disintegration magazine that Zach Schottenbaum does. And there's a dual interview with Hoyer and O'Donnell talking biomag.
Yeah.
And my son said, you know, school's starting to get out. He didn't have much reading stuff, so I'm going to take tattoo books. And I take that. I was like, everything in here you should look at. And it's not all required. This article is required. Read stuff. And he's like, all right, cool. And so he just sat down next to me and opened it up and started reading it right then and there. And he's just hyped the whole time. And then he gets like, he's got like a third of a page left. He was like, I mean, it's crazy, you know, these guys. Like, our son telling us at the show yesterday.
Slaying it. And leaving little tiny tigers.
I know, little baby tiger.
How hard was that? That was
wasn't
so
a baby tiger,
cool.
It was a small tiger.
Small tiger. Yeah.
Wasn't no baby tiger.
Yeah, it was full grown.
It was ferocious. Ferocious.
Anyway,
That tiger would go tiger.
It would definitely go tiger.
it's going. It's kind of doing, yeah, right up.
Straight up. Straight up tiger.
It reminds me of the. Is that grow head that Weatherholt did on Jake? Is that pointing up or down? Oh, I can't remember. I can't recall. It's cool as fuck.
It is super cool.
Every thanks for letting us break the rules how we normally do shit on here. We're ready to roll whenever you want.
We were easing into it.
easing into it. God damn. All right, so yeah, this is my first pick. Can you read? It's a fella.
Frankie _TAT10.
He's an Italian tattooer.
Tattoo Roma.
And, you know, guys, you know what I was going to say. It just has that feel.
It does.
Fucking early 90s.
Yeah. It's shop's called Well Done Tattoo.
Well done.
I like that. Because I immediately thought of steak.
Well, I mean, both can apply. Right?
Yeah, but you want a well-done tattoo. You don't want a well-done steak.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know. This thing's super cool.
Well,
But yeah, man, I just love the, you know, the style of it. It's definitely a throwback. And, you know, I'm not sure exactly who, you know, who he would have referenced, but I know the era so well. The machine's really fucking
Dave
cool.
Lung.
The wing and shit on the machine up top.
so many cool little bits in there.
Yeah. It's just super cool. It just has, it's not trying for that look or feel. It has that look and feel.
Yeah, it does.
Especially the shapes in the rows.
I love the tribal going through the pedal.
And the like the way the machine is drawn.
Oh, yeah.
And colored. Yeah. Like it's definitely not as tweaky and as it would have been done back in the 70s or 80s. And it's also got a heavier line. But it's definitely all of the like the shapes and everything. Yeah.
It's those vibes for sure. But executed beautifully.
Yeah.
Definitely much better than a built-up 3-needle line that, you know, ends up being 1/8 of an inch wide or whatever.
See at the bottom how it gets real thick? That means it looks like it's right in front of
Fucking
you.
white outline and shit on there.
Man, I tell you what, there's a lot of great. I said it a few episodes back, but there's a lot of great tattooers in Italy right now.
Fuck yeah, there are.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I mean, the amount of like, and the stuff that speaks to me is the stuff that we're into and stuff like this and stuff like, you know.
I love that stuff. And those Australian kids, we brought it up last time too, man. Those guys are awesome. But like we were talking earlier about that Asian kid as well. Like there's a bunch of kids from like Vietnam and fucking Indonesia and stuff that are doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And it's more accessible too for those kids, you know? They're bringing their culture. Yeah, they're bringing their culture and their style and their ideas into it. I love it.
Yeah, there's a couple of dudes in Southeast Asia that I would love to put on here, but they don't ever have anything complete. Yeah. I think they just save everything for like a book or a portfolio or one central spot for it to be. So it's all like in progress shots or videos. But yeah, there's a couple of dudes. There's one dude that I follow that doesn't use a liner unless he's doing like a tweaky pattern in a garment. Everything else is a mag, and he'll do the entire outline with very little drawing.
Oh, I've seen that dude stuff.
And it's all and like it's zoomed out a couple times. His machine is not a great machine.
Yeah.
Is everything like he's just making do with what he's got, and his shit is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's what a shit is.
I gotta look it up.
There's also that kid that does all that stuff with like just a tight 3. Yeah, because doing all the background. Fuck.
Yeah, like how Chop Pierno.
Is that a result of just because of what they have that, or that's just how
I don't know.
learned how to tattoo?
I think maybe a combination of the two. I don't know.
I think that somewhere, maybe in South America, there's like a movement of people using stippling for all of their background, like all of their Makiri. And I think it's just spreading, because things just spread so quickly.
It's heavy duty though. Holy shit!
Like Ichibei does it now.
Mm-hmm. And that one that you and I saw, it looked amazing in person.
Fucking Christ.
I'm sure it took for goddamn ever.
From me to that wall, it was perfect silver.
So smooth.
And you got up on it, and it was just crispy. The cleanest stipple shading in one tone. And it just looked like he did it all.
Dude, all them edges. Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Fucking
Well,
gorgeous.
that was when you or anyone refers to gray as silver, when it has that. Yeah, dude. That fucking go.
That's Sumi as well, dude. That Sumi's got a different
plus
different
that
tone.
person's skin.
Yeah, it was on a pretty fair skin too.
Yeah. I mean, he might as well have been from Ireland. He's transparent.
But I mean, so you're seeing every bit of that Sumi, that silver from that, that chalkiness of it. I love that shit.
Like Brian Bruno and Mike Rennie saw Becca's arm, the one I did on her of the elements, and they were looking at it and they were like, "You did this, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Man, that black is so silvery. I'd never heard that before." I went, "That's good, right?" And they, "Yeah. What do you do?" And I told them, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, perfect. That works."
That's what you're supposed to do.
But I'd never heard that before. So this is like, "It's that."
You're like, did I fuck something up? What else?
Got away. Use
I hit that shit too hard, didn't I?
Use a little shot talk. All right, what's up next?
Dude, this is a combo.
You son of a bitch.
Did you pitch it?
You son of a bitch.
That's why I picked
It's
four.
in my saves.
That's why I picked. Yeah, man.
It's in my saves.
I was sitting in the can earlier,
Yeah, dude.
and I came across that, and I went, "I'm gonna hit this to the crew."
yeah.
And I went, "No, I'm not.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna save this for myself,
Yeah. Well, see, I knew one of us would do so, and so that's why we had to bring it up.
dude." That fucking I've wanted to see that pose on a tiger on a full back for the longest fucking time.
It's right there.
What's the paragraph say?
Chris Garver added the dragon in the background to it.
Okay.
Mike Wilson did the tiger and the girl.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
And he's got nothing but positive things to say about Mike.
Inspiration.
And yeah. Of course, Mike doesn't being a biggie for us.
Who the fuck is smart enough to be like, I'm gonna get a Mike Wilson backpiece of the Chris Garver background to it?
Dude, it is insane.
But wait a minute, the background is a dragon. God damn that!
So good.
It's so striking.
It's so good. If you zoom, Avery, if you would you zoom in on the girl's face and stuff, because her features are still very much there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, check it out.
Wow. How old is the original?
I don't know.
Avery, can we see the comments or the?
I don't know if it says, but it's definitely a bit older. Yeah.
No,
if it says. I don't think it says.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a cool fucking combo, huh?
Incredible. But man, the lower back, like, obviously the dragon face. But is that the dragon claw catching the tiger paw?
That's exactly what's going on. And his back and everything, the dragon is supporting the tiger. Like Chris Garver is the only, that's the dude that's smart enough to figure out how to make that look right. And if look at this,
Pretending there's something right there that it's got to work around. Like
well, undoubtedly,
both ribs are filled in.
Yeah,
So he had to squeezle a dragon in there.
dude, it's so good.
A fair amount of dragon in that neck.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because behind the paw, it shit looks good as fuck.
And a proper chunk of background too on that opposite side, on the right side to us. That's so fucking perfect on that scapula.
I can't speak for Chris, but what a show of humility to be like, I'm just here to support Mike Wilson.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like
But that's
dragon
what
holding
we've talked about that a million times. Sometimes it's the filler that makes the other tattoo. You know what I mean? Like our Chris's arm that Josh Brown just added some background and stuff. Yeah. It changed that entirely, made it fucking good.
It definitely changed the whole dynamic.
Yeah, but when you got good and then you add real good behind it too, man, you can't fucking go wrong.
I can't. I think
Also, man, the flames,
Dude, the flames look so good on there.
they look great, but you don't hardly see a tip on any of them.
Yeah.
They just, it
Just disappears.
Like they're barely rumbling around. Like,
The only ones you do are the ones that trickle up on that neck too, which is where you want to fucking see it. Yeah, that's killer. Yes.
I think I'm going to look at this tattoo for years and still not be able to get over the tiger. Like I just can't get through it.
Well, he looks like you're going down.
Dude, those shoulders and stuff.
Like he's coming for you.
Yeah,
Dude.
I love that back leg behind that wing like that because it's totally got that pinky sort of bind, but it's dynamic as fuck.
And then he drew the dragon getting stepped on.
Yeah, to totally carry it. It's like he's supporting him. Yeah, dude, that's so fucking cool. Just so brilliant.
The chin of the tiger helps balance the fact that the leg goes over to one cheek instead of straight down the center.
You know?
That is...
And again, like the dude's skin tone, like that's mostly skin in the bottom half of that face and the bottom half of that leg as well.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's
Mostly skin.
that's the brilliance of fucking Mike Wilson making that shit to stay because he only puts in what needs to fucking be there.
Yeah. But it also lends to the longevity of it. It makes the orange last longer regardless.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless. That's fucking hell. So it was definitely in my picks. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know why I did pick it. I should have. I was the elevator. Should have, but beautiful tag.
Thanks, Diego.
Yeah, super cool. Don't think me. Think both of those guys. They're fucking paving the way, and
But I was going to be the cool guy.
I'm still not the cool guy. Those guys are the cool.
And Mike also is the guy that's like would think it's fucking great. You know?
Oh, totally. Dude, I showed you guys the picture of the bird he added the eye into the tail of, that I done on Taylor. That's just hilarious. I love it. I feel like tattooers end up kind of becoming almost like trapper keepers. You know what I mean? You get to just squeeze more cool shit on the little spots. Throw in,
Okay. That took me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool now.
All right. What's up, Pete? What you got?
It was a Chrisgarver tattoo with Mike Wilson or whatever.
Dude, I remember when you and I were talking about this thing when you showed it to me.
No, that's it. That's it.
That thing is so cool.
So this is herbxauerbach. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Auerbach. This is Auerbach, right?
Hauer, you can
Auerbach, I think, right?
Auer
Yeah, Auerbach. Yep. Sure.
Collage.
Great guy. Super nice dude.
Oh, I've never met him.
He works Pagoda. He works a handful of the hill.
Okay. Damn, if he's gonna be there this year, I might want to. I'm gonna try to meet him.
I've never seen all these wild colors and stuff from him.
Dude, this is fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
This is
I dig the shit out of it.
bonkers, and it is so strong and well drawn and well executed that I had to ask Andy, is that something or did he build that?
It's like, is that a thing? Is that like in Tibetan Buddhism? Do they have a fucking crazy like ornamental scorpion? And I was like, I don't think so.
Dude.
He was like, is it just composed? And I was like, I think it's just really well composed. You know?
Yeah.
Look at the armor, man. It's spikes and stuff on the fucking.
But it's
So many smart little elements, like the little lotusy bits in between the segments and stuff. Brilliant.
yeah. Dude, it's so and the flames are
Yeah, I was going to say, the flames.
The flames are killer, but I can't get over those fucking skull claws, man. Those skull claws are for the win.
Dude.
These are so cool.
it's just yeah.
And like just the face of that thing coming out of almost what looks like a little.
Like the little pink bumps and stuff on the fucking scorpions on the stinger. Can you zoom in on that a little bit? Up top on the stinger.
His tail. Jack.
There you go. Yeah. Didn't overdo it, but it looks, the right amount.
Yeah, the little textury bits. Yeah, it looks holy shit.
Just good amount of tweakiness to it, but he didn't go full ham,
Pink on the side of the flame. Yeah.
I mean, the openness of that, where he's kind of got the conch shell vibe going on with the back of that thing, the right turning for shell. It's brilliant. It's really smart, man. I dig the shit out of it.
Right turning's a good turning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like, one thing to be able to draw this thing and then execute it color-wise. Mm-hmm. But do you know when you're drawing it, it's going to look this wild? You know what I mean?
It's just making good decisions. Brain balances out.
So
So
nice. Like when people do shit like this, like that guy, like the whole time was just like, I'm doing something fucking cool. This has never been done before. Nobody's seen anything like that. Like that's got to be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
And just how well he fills the empty space. Like he was getting,
Yeah.
I bet this guy was.
I want you to my back, but I've got 7 tattoos already.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy was thinking like egg shaped in the very center.
No offense to that. Or whatever it is, but you know what I mean?
totally.
But the flames go over and they tuck up into that other stuff behind
No,
the
that's
beard.
smart. It's done well. It utilizes his space.
Yeah, it
Ties the whole room together, brother.
It very much does. Very much does. Really smooth. Nice road.
That's the herb, yeah.
Yeah, big shots.
Man, I feel like you see it
Man, met him
before others die.
and just not realize that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, I don't think.
It's very stylized. It has like kind of a.
Oh, I know what his stuff looks like, but I didn't know he was at Pagoda. I didn't.
Yeah, he's at a handful of shows.
Oh, okay.
Great, man. Really nice fellow. And when we picked his stuff back in the day, he's always been like, very thankful, kind of. Super.
Sorry, I don't remember. This shit changed my life, man.
It's a fucking killer.
I mean, you got to see the DMs and stuff, or the stuff that when I'm away, But But I'm just saying he's a humble gentleman.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like I didn't even know that we had picked his stuff before. But
I mean, it's just a test to how long he's been.
I follow thousands of people, and it just sucks when like somebody comes up and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this guy.
It happens. Or it can't happen. Yeah, there's so many other tattoos. Anyway, fucking great picks all around. Super good. Sorry I didn't have my shit together when we started, Connor.
Yeah, your shit together. It's all right.
Done together.
You got it.
Yeah, well, thank you, fellas, for getting together and doing this with us. The point of us getting together and talking about this stuff is to just make sure that where all the ill shit's coming from.
There's so much good stuff.
So many good tattoos, so many good tattooers, so much exciting, stuff to talk about. And so we just want to be the other side of that coin for all these motherfuckers out here bitching and complaining. As always, follow No Lies Just Bullshit on Instagram. Be sure and subscribe to this page. Help us out. Get a couple numbers so more people can see our shit. Connor, where can people see your shit?
You can see my shit at Alley Cat Tattoo in Harrisonburg, Virginia, or on the InstaWebs at AE Connor.
Yes, sir. Mr. Porter?
You can find me at Alley Cat, Andrew Connor adjacent.
Mm-hmm. On the diagonal.
On the diags. And you can find me at Porter_electric. And big shouts to Frank.
Yeah,
The new shop. I know it's super late.
Absolutely. That's super cool.
Cam.
Still killing. Cam is killing too.
Sure. Notice both of these fellas said you can see their stuff at Alley Cat Tattoo. That's a real thing. Don't be afraid to roll into your tattoo shop and ask a tattooer a question. That's something, because everyone's like, how
just come stop by
get
and fucking say what's
information?
up.
Like, you get information by just walking in. I just want the clients to realize that, like, it's
That's the funnest
if you have to email us, we're happy to handle it that way. I mean,
Fuck
if
that,
you
come
come
find.
in and talk tattoos, man.
Much easier.
If you were a viewer that just stumbled across this and doesn't really know anything about tattooing, go to a tattoo shop. Like, your view of tattoos will change immediately if you go to a good one. And if you go to one, like, it doesn't have to be crushed out like our shop, but if you go to a good shop where everybody's got a good vibe and they're putting hard work in, your view of tattooing will open broadly.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And it's a lot better than a fucking email.
Yeah.
Hey,
sure.
if you live far away, whatever, or if you just we get it. But man, come on in. Come on. Yes.
100%.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Avery.
Welcome to Shop Talk. This is
Shop Talk.
a No Lies Just Bullshit production.
Because I don't lie.
Shop Talk.